Okay, let's try this. Hi, welcome back to my channel if you are not new, and welcome to my channel if you are new. My name is Christine and I read books. Before we get this video started, please remember to like and subscribe and comment if you feel the need to. If you see something in this video that makes you want to say something, just go on and say it right down there, I guess. Hi, baby. Hi. What's going on? What's going on? Oh, big hugs. Oh, thank you. How we feel about zodiac signs? I have kind of started getting back into looking at my zodiac and my star chart and everything like that. And I thought a fun video could be recommending books based off of zodiac. It's my stupid opinion. Don't take it if you don't want it. Please don't yell at me. Okay. Let's get in with the first one, which is Aries. Now for Aries, I would absolutely recommend The Final Girl Support Group by Grady Hendrix. Lynette Tarkington is a real-life final girl who survived a massacre. For more than a decade, she has been meeting with other survivors and their therapist in a support group type setting, and they've just all been working to put their lives together after their individual massacres. I think I absolutely recommend this book for Aries just because Aries always wants something to be happening next. So I think that a book that's a very quick page turner would be a very good one for them. So the next sign is Taurus, and for Taurus, I'm going to recommend The Nature of Witches by Rachel Griffin. Thought-provoking and magical, The Nature of Witches follows 17-year-old Clara, an Everwitch, whose magic evolves with each season. With storms growing stronger, the fate of the world is hanging in the balance, and Clara must learn to control her power to help save it. This book I really, really loved reading, and I feel like this is actually a really good one for any earth sign in general. It just has a very grounded kind of feeling to it, and I think a Taurus is going to really identify with the main character. She is very steadfast, very, I don't want to say hard-headed, but like, you know, you guys know about yourselves. Okay, so the next group is Geminis. I think that Geminis would really like the book, The Song of the Forever Rains by E.J. Mellows. Larkyra we're gonna start over. Larkyra Bassett may be the youngest of the Musai, but when she sings, her voice has the power to slay monsters. When it's discovered the Luke of Lackland is siphoning a poisonous drug from the Thief Kingdom and using it to abuse his tenants, Larkyra is offered her first solo mission to stop the Duke. This is a little bit more of an off-beaten fantasy type of read that I don't think many people know about, but I found through Prime Reading. It was like the first book in the trilogy, and I read it, and it's actually really, really good. It's kind of like a fantasy spy adventure, which was really, really interesting to read about, and I think Gemini is going to really enjoy. The next group of people that I'm going to be recommending a book for are my Cancer babies. For Cancers, I would absolutely recommend reading Book Lovers by Emily Henry. I know Cancers love a good romance, and this is just the absolute perfect romance to jump into this summer. Heavily pregnant Libby craves rest and time away from responsibility and her cramped New York City apartment before the birth of her third child, and she's excited to immerse herself in the storybook small-town life that once in a lifetime made famous, even if the town has seen better days. Now, this book isn't actually about Libby, it's actually about her sister, who is a book agent. I think most people know about this book. It's a very good enemies to lovers storyline, and I absolutely recommend this for you Cancers. Leos! I recommend Kaikei by Vaishnavi Patel. This screams Leo energy to me. Kaikei is the story of the infamous queen from the Indian epic The Ramayana. It is a tale of fate, family, courage, and heartbreak. of an extraordinary woman determined to leave her mark in a world where gods and men dictate the shape of things to come. I love this. This is an absolute feminist. It's fantastic. It's a woman's love story with herself. Fully gives me Leo vibes. This is the book that I think you should read. The next group is Virgo. Now, my Virgos, I love you guys. I feel like you give me a little bit of an intellectual vibe along with just knowing you're beautiful. So the book I'm going to recommend for you guys is The Undocumented Americans by Carla Cornejo Villavicencio. Please let me pronounce that right, I'm really sorry. This book was so heartbreaking and heartwarming at the same time. Reading her stories and the stories of the people that she talked to, and some of the stories were absolutely heartbreaking. I think Virgos are very much going to enjoy how beautiful it's written, and I think they're going to enjoy having people see that they're reading this, and I think they're going to think that people think that they are smarter. Not smarter than they are. They're just going to see this and be like, oh, they're an intellectual. Does that make sense? But it's also a very good book. The next ones are Libra. Now, I'm a little bit biased on Libra because my partner Matthew is a Libra, so this is kind of what I want him to read and what I know he's going to enjoy, but I think any Libra would also enjoy this. The Hidden Power of Ing Up by the Try Guys. This was a really fun kind of I guess in the self-help book range, but it's written in a really comedic way where all four of them are writing at the same time, and it's very distinguishable who is writing when. And I think Libras are going to really enjoy and probably take a good message from the whole Hidden Power of Ing Up. Scorpios, you guys are next. I am absolutely going to recommend to you My Best Friend's Exorcism by Grady Hendrix. This is a book that brought me back into reading. I really loved reading this book. This is a little bit different. It's a little darker. It takes everyday elements and kind of makes them creepy. Really stereotyping with my Scorpios here, but I think they're a little bit more serious. But I think this book is going to bring a little bit more brevity to it, I think. My Best Friend's Exorcism tells the tale of Gretchen and Abby, best friends since 4th grade, as they grow up and come face to face with evil itself. One night, while at a sleepover at a friend's house, Gretchen takes off to go skinny dipping and seemingly disappears into the woods. I think you're just gonna enjoy it. Don't ask why, you'll enjoy it. My Sagittarius. I don't think I know a lot of Sagittarius. From what I know, I think that they would like a good thriller, a good page turner, one that really keeps you on your toes, and that would absolutely be Things We Do in the Dark by Jennifer Hillier. Paris Peralta is suspected of killing her celebrity husband, and her long-hidden past now threatens to destroy her future. I don't know. Kept me guessing from the start. It was a good lot of fun. I personally didn't really, I guess kind of the twist. Oh, look at me. I think that Saggy babies would probably enjoy a page turner, a really quick something that gives you twist after twist after twist. And that is absolutely this one. Capricorn babies. My moon is a Capricorn, so that's fun. I lost the cover, but it's Fangirl by Rainbow Rowell. Fangirl is a story of two twin sisters, Ren and Kath, who have grown up without a mother and with a very busy father. Kath is an introvert and very happy to live in her own internet and book world. She admires and loves her sister, who also plays a role as her best friend. And this story just kind of follows specifically Kath. It goes through her learning how to live a separate life from her sister and make friends and all that kind of fun coming of age stuff. So I think Capricorns would really enjoy this. I think Capricorns would really identify with Kath's character, enjoy that coming of age kind of storyline, I think. Aquarius is next. Aquarius is what I am. I am an Aquarius. And I was thinking if I could recommend a book to somebody like me who has my tastes, what would I recommend? And that would absolutely be my biggest book, Priory of the Orange Tree, of course. The Giant. The Priory of the Orange Tree tells the story of a world besieged by fire-breathing worms. One side of the world despises all dragons and believes that as long as there is a living descendant of their first king on the throne, the dreaded and deadly Nameless One cannot reawaken. I recommend this one to Aquarius mostly because I know that if we're going off of the basic idea of what an Aquarius is subversion and changing things up and being a little bit eccentric. So I would absolutely recommend Priory of the Orange Tree for that reason, but also like sometimes you want to be that girl that's like, I'm reading the 900-page book. I would recommend this book mostly because it has a wonderful storyline. It has such an interesting way of bringing women into a high fantasy world, and we honestly love to see that. I'm so excited to see women and people of color being put into high fantasy a lot more. A lot of sapphic romance tends to not be super tasteful, and this just takes it and it makes it super, super sweet and lovely and still a little bit spicy. It's super, super fun. Loved it. My Aquarius babes, I hope you love this. And finally, my babies, Pisces. I 100% recommend Joan Didion's The Year of Magical Thinking. I think Pisces love to be in their emotions and they like to sit in them and feel them. It's a very deep feeling book. If you feel like you want to sit and think about the emotions that a book evokes in you, I definitely recommend reading this one. The Year of Magical Thinking is Joan Didion's account of the year following the death of her husband, writer John Gregory Dunn, and her attempts to make sense of her grief while tending to the severe illness of her adopted daughter, Quintana. Okay, so that was the whole video. I guess I got through all 12 zodiac signs and all 12 books. I will put every book that I talked about down below if you want to read one of them. Thanks for hanging out with me. Remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Bye.